Hi, I'm Chris with Sights on Target Trading at www.sightsontargettraining.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Micro Desert Eagle made by Magnum Research. This is a 380 ACP caliber pistol. It's also called 9mm Kurtz, 9mm Shorts. It's basically a 9x17mm cartridge. Very common, especially in World War II. The 380 was used quite extensively in German handguns. As a stopping power, it's not great, but it's manageable. This handgun in particular is, like I said, made from Magnum Research. It's the Micro Desert Eagle. It's big brother is the Desert Eagle, which you can get 50 caliber or 44 Magnum or anything like that. This is really made for concealed carry. As you can see, it's very small. It fits in the palm of my hand, and but if you can look at the grip, I'm going to put my finger on the trigger and show you that it's empty. Here's the magazine. There's no cartridges in it. And here it is. There's nothing in there. Alright, so when I put my hand on the trigger, you can see that my ring finger, my ring finger is going to sit almost underneath of the handgun, where the magazine would be. And that's what's going to rest right on top of the magazine, as you can see right there. It's got a very short grip though, without the magazine. And I'll try to do it left-handed so you can see. I can only fit one finger on it. Control-wise, it's not great. Like I said, I do like this firearm for concealed carry purposes only. Target shooting is not going to happen. The problem, there's a dovetail sight in the back and a ram sight in the front, but they're the same color, and it's very difficult to actually see this. When you're shooting and there's sunlight, you can't really pick up the front sight all that well. I actually went as far as painting it orange, but I didn't really like the fact that I had orange on my barrel, so I ended up taking it off. So hopefully, I'm hoping that Crimson Trace will come out with a laser grip for this product. They haven't yet, but they're coming out with quite a few new products, so hopefully in the near future. The other thing I don't really like about this firearm is that there's no slide catch. So when you're shooting, if say you're shooting a like a 1911 style firearm, there's a slide catch. So when you're done shooting, the slide stays back. This doesn't have that at all. So every time when you finish racking your magazines, and you actually have to pull this back and let it go to keep shooting. That's fine, but in a self-defense situation, if you have to reload a magazine, so you're shooting, you drop your magazine, you load your new one. Normally, with any style pistol, you just hit the slide release on the side, and that'll snap forward, and you can keep shooting. This, you actually have to rack back. It's not a bad thing, but it's something that you do have to get used to. Another problem with that, though, is if you're shooting on the range, there will be some range officers you will see that if you've ever shot on the range before, a lot of times the range officer wants to see your firearm down so he can see that the chamber is empty, physically and visually inspect the chamber as he walks past. With this, you can't do that because there's no slide catch. So I find that if you put a spent shell casing in between here and then let the slide close on it, it'll keep it open, and most of the range officers that I shoot with find that acceptable. The other thing that you're Great. Okay, so this pistol is going to have to go back to Magnum Research. If you can see, I ended up just breaking this. I didn't do anything, as you could see from the video, but I now have no trigger. So this is not a good thing. I honestly cannot believe that just happened. I'm kind of perturbed. This is something that you need to understand when you're shooting. I've put maybe 250 rounds through this, and I didn't ever have a problem. It went bang every time I pulled the trigger. But as you can see now, and when I just took this out of the safe, it wasn't like this. From doing what I was just doing, showing you, my trigger just broke. In a self-defense situation, that's going to be horrible. You're going to have to be able to react, whether this is a backup gun, a bug, or whatever. You're going to have to be able to come up with some solution. This is a fairly heavy firearm too, so use your imagination. Wow, I really can't believe this just broke. Overall, though, oh, now we fixed it. This isn't good. Alright, so here's the problem. I just figured it out. Right? No, I didn't. Anyway, well, I'm going to go call the manufacturer now. And, right here, look. This is what it is here. Here's the trigger bar. If you push it down, you can fire it. But you have to physically move it forward each time. Other than that, though, I would have said it's a great firearm, but not so much now. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll be sure to answer.